producing and directing and writing and everything. Yeah. Hello.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy,
Oh,
ahoy. What the?
we knocked some stuff down in the back. Nothing to worry about. Thank you for clicking on. It is Doofus After Dark. Tornadoes and train wrecks. And hello, Mo. Hello, LePreux, Tanya Anderson, Telescope. I didn't answer the phone because I was about to go live, just so it busted my cherry tonight. Okay. Hi, She-Hawk. Thank you all for clicking on here. Thank you for being with us. Melvis.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, man. I'm a lot better than the last time you were here.
Yeah. Yeah, that was frightening.
A little bit scary to me, too. But, you know, all I had happen today was them taking little tiny scissors and cutting stuff off my arms with no anesthetic.
Named Guido or anything?
That's what
We're going to take this off of.
Yeah, not my fingernails.
A little piece at a time.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. They were cutting me up a little bit at a time. And the second one they took off my right arm. What it was my body had been rejecting the sutures, and it pushed part of it up through the skin, and they couldn't pull it out, so they had to cut off the infected parts, basically. And they did it with no anesthetic. And the second one they took off my right arm, I just reflex kicked out and kicked a nurse right in the thigh. I felt horrible, man. I really did.
I bet.
You know, and I was all apologizing while blood's pouring out of my arms. She's like, "Oh, it's not the first time it happened."
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Let's move along.
Blood spurting.
Oh, sorry, She-Hawk. She-Hawk's eating, and I'm talking about getting pieces of my body cut off of me. So, tornadoes and train wrecks with Mel and I are the train wrecks, and Lori Arnold, our Texas tornado, will be joining us here momentarily. You remember Lori?
Yeah.
From over at the American Legion and here.
Yeah, life of the party.
Oh, she's a internet star. She was star of one of the soap operas last summer. Yeah.
Cool.
As the Chuds Turned.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting. Don't get involved. Don't go down that rabbit hole.
Okay.
Okay. Normally we start out with news, and then we get into the featured part, which tonight's train wrecks and tornadoes. And during that part, we're going to be talking about tornadoes that we have been in, that people may not be aware of, and how one tornado we were in changed the course of history. We're going to see a little thing, just a little blip of when weather changed history.
Yeah.
By the Weather Channel. So we're gonna show just a tiny cut of that, and all of that coming up.
Changed my house.
Changed your house.
And changed it into a new one.
And we'll also talk about train wrecks then and now, because we were both impacted at different stages by a train wreck, and of course we've both been in tornadoes, and Lori's down in Tornado Central in Texas.
Yeah.
So we'll have her on here, and it all kinds of ties together. And plus, Lori's probably dealt with a train wreck or two in her life. You know, I mean,
yeah.
If she's been around too many guys. All right. Let's see. Because actually, I wanted to play a lead in, and instead we get talking. Let's start out with. Yeah, this is what I was going to start out with before we started talking, but I got caught up talking and didn't play it after the graphic opening. So we'll start out with this, and let you react to it.
Video recorded by a driver just a few cars back on I-71. He
This is from
describes
today,
what he
too.
saw and what he was thinking in those moments to Doug Profit.
It didn't take long for one Louisville man to notice his normal drive north on I-71
See the
wasn't
dude
going
hanging
to
out of
end
the
that
car?
way.
I have no idea what was going on. It was 100% a shock, Doug.
There's a guy in a corrections outfit on the side of a van.
Take a good look.
Right
the
there.
black SUV from the Trimble County Sheriff's Department up ahead, and you'll see the inmate hanging outside the car.
He climbed out
It's
the passenger
8:15
window,
this morning.
going
Gentleman
75 miles
is
an
climbing
hour.
out of the passenger rear window. Eventually, after about a mile, gets completely out of the vehicle.
The driver who recorded this video and asked us not to identify him can't believe what he's seeing. 31-year-old inmate Norman Wolf has made his way outside the speeding SUV.
Is turned facing the rear of the vehicle, hanging on to the outside of the vehicle, which is still doing 70, 75 miles an hour just by his arm. So his armpit is on the door with his arm in the car and the rest of his body outside of the vehicle.
Well, how are they still driving?
Still following the black Explorer, it moves off I-71 to the Gene Snyder Freeway. How long was the inmate hanging outside the vehicle?
All in all, I would say at least 2 minutes. When something like that happens, time gets very strange, so it's hard to tell. It had to have been at least 2 miles.
And then the SUV exits to Brownsboro Road. Watch right here. You'll see the inmate take off.
When the car begins to slow down, I would say he was at 40 miles an hour or so. The gentleman jumps out, continues to do several backward somersaults. Shoes flip up in the air, dirt's everywhere.
Watch again. Here's the escape.
He pops up immediately, and as you'll see in the video, he runs down through the little ditch and directly into the bushes like he knew where to go, down to towards the summit.
The video he gave us from start to the first appearance of the inmate to the escape lasts 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's not what you plan your Thursday morning, which is my Friday. I'm getting ready to get the weekend started.
Hey.
And we do want to tell you some new
That was the
information that we
man.
have just learned moments ago from LMPD. LMPD confirms they are still looking for Wolf right now. He is still at large. But we do know that after he was seen running from that transport car, police say he kidnapped 2 different victims, forcing them to drive him to an area of River Road. The victims were later found unharmed. LMPD says this investigation is still ongoing and they do need your help. If you have any information, you should call the anonymous crime tip line. That's 50.
Okay, what do you think? You ever seen anything like that?
No, not hanging. Going 80
Okay,
miles an hour. All
he had to have gotten out of his handcuffs, right?
Yeah.
Be-
How else could he? Well,
Let me.
yeah. I don't know
I mean, how are you going to hold on if?
he says.
Oh shit! Sorry about pulling your ear, and sorry about saying shit. Okay, how would you do that? Yeah, I mean and how are you going to kidnap people if you're handcuffed?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that happened in Indianapolis.
what?
That kid was in the back seat of a police car and had supposedly his
got his gun, got his own gun,
and shot himself
yeah,
in the temple.
yeah.
Yeah. And then they got some contortionist to come out and show that it can be done. Here you just connect this.
Yeah, all you got to
and
do
this.
is disconnect your. It didn't. What's his name? Houdini have to disconnect out of
So did
the
Mel Gibson on
straight
Lethal
jacket.
Weapon.
Mel Gibson on Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Had to disconnect his shoulder.
Yeah, because he bet the other cops that he could escape from a straitjacket.
Oh,
And
well,
so,
they got that from Houdini.
yeah,
I bet Mel Gibson didn't really disconnect his.
probably not.
It doesn't feel good, does it?
Oh, no.
No, not at all. Okay, Julie's got some new information. 71 exit literally a few minutes away because I knew we'd have some Louisville people on here. He ditched his orange prison pants, but was still wearing the shirt. I like my straight jacket. It gives me hugs. Oh, all right. Oh, before this might be a long show. And I'm going to drop the link for Lori Arnold and Lori Arnold only. Apologies to anybody that this is just not an open panel tonight, or very rarely ever. I get too many community strikes. I can't take a chance, you know. I had this video from Grandmaster Jay, the leader of the NFAC, and I put it out, and it got real controversial real fast. So I had to make it private because I had 2 community strikes, you know, and it made it look like I was trying to hide something. Lori, if you're in there, the link is down. And so anyway, it made it look like I was trying to hide something, and I wasn't. I'm just protecting the channel. But now the strikes are gone, so, or, you know, we can, well, I mean, we can't get, you know, we can't get naked or anything.
Oh,
but, you know.
Damn it.
Oh, where is LM? I'm not sure what you mean there, Sarmento. Maybe you're talking to somebody in the chat.
Yeah, I think it's
all right.
about where they're at. And
a lot's happened that you don't know about since the last time you were on the show. For those that have forgotten, we started a political party.
Fish?
The fish party. Yeah. You know, tired of donkeys, tired of elephants, fish.
Yeah.
You know, for food, the internet, because everybody communicates on the internet, and that was Lori coming by backstage. And, you know, most people, or a lot of people, are getting their entertainment only from the internet now. You know, NFL Network's going to be on YouTube TV this coming season.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
pretty
Or
cool.
it's the Sunday Ticket, and the one I like, what is it? Red Zone. Yeah. So food, the internet, security, and health.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't those be the focus of our country?
Yeah.
All right. So I got your vote?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I haven't officially announced yet. I'm unofficially running, and in hopes that a much better candidate will appear. But
yeah,
I've got more political experience than Trump had when he ran for president. And I've got more political experience than he has now after having been president.
Like our cats have more.
What?
Our cats have more brains to be
president.
president.
Well, your cats have more brains?
Yeah, they make better presidents.
Well, so somebody else is going to rise up, I'm pretty sure. But
I hope so.
All right. Now this, again, don't go down the rabbit hole of the 1776 thing. 1776 restoration movement. Okay. Yeah. And right now everything's on the corner of this little corner that's outside the jail where some of the J6 prisoners are. They've been having a vigil out there, you know, raising money supposedly to go to the inmates, but instead they've been staying in like $13,000 a month bed and breakfasts, or not bed and breakfasts, but Airbnbs. So,
wow.
So there's some grifting going on. Yes. Anyway, so that's where the main action is now. It all started with this convoy.
Oh, the trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wondered what that was about.
Well, it started with that. It was about freedom. You know, it was supposed to be about they didn't want to get the vaccination. Okay. And
They still on that?
no,
Oh.
because
But that's what started getting them.
that's what they wanted to protest with the convoy, but they dropped all those requirements. So, there really wasn't much left except freedom, because they were bringing in millions of dollars. And just like what's happening now, some of the people slept in, really nice hotels, and others slept in their tents or their cars. And it's happening with this J6 thing. There's some people that are just out there sleeping in their vehicles, and others are raking in money. So with all that being said, here, let me get Lori up here. Keeping her in the
why are billionaires?
There we go.
The legal bills.
There's our Texas tornado.
Hey.
See mine?
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
Sniver.
Hey. I'm on there now. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got a little bit of echo. It sounded like, have you got?
There, is that better?
Now you're frozen. There you go. All right, I think we got it.
Yeah, hey. Oh, kind of.
Kind of.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So,
Watching the
Lori,
storm tonight.
Ooh.
if it gets bad down there, because we were watching Reed Timmer, if it gets bad where you're at, let us know, and make sure you stay safe.
I think we'll be
But
okay. But can you hear me? Just in case I'm ready. My hail helmet.
See, I told you she had
a hail helmet. That's awesome.
And you need it. You need it.
Yeah, oh yeah. When you get crowned with a big old
In case I have to run to the storm shelter with the hail going, it doesn't hurt my head. But I'm thinking about getting a helmet, like a motorcycle helmet, because what about my face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or a football helmet with the mask.
And actually get a or a football helmet.
Yeah.
A hockey mask.
Yeah. Ooh.
Because
they're scary.
Yeah.
Freddie?
No, not Freddie. Jason. What was that hockey?
Michael
it was.
Myers, too.
Michael Myers had the white plastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
That was
all right.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So put a GoPro on it if you get one.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were thinking about going and chasing that storm over here. It's not that far away that we couldn't go chase it down. So.
Well, okay. Just be careful doing that.
We didn't.
Stay safe. Drop in on us.
Yeah, you're not in Texas anymore. You're in northern Indiana.
Get my red shoes.
Yeah. Ruby slippers.
All right. Without further ado, I just want to show, if you can see this, what I have. I haven't opened it yet. I've got an envelope from Damnation Drive-In. I think I've got stickers.
Oh.
Now, you'll have no idea what any of this means.
Yeah.
But just pretend like you're excited for me.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
The anticipation is just.
Oh, I got stickers.
Now I got to go check my mail.
Oh.
Oh. Damnation Drive-In. Damnation Drive-In.
Yes.
Damnation Drive-In. I got a bunch of stickers. Sam Singe. People are going to be jealous. People are going to be jealous. Baldy Banks.
Oh.
Baldy Banks,
Oh,
the IP2 billionaire that's funding all of this and put everything together, Baldy Banks, and another. I'm going to have to put these up around Greenfield. People are going to be, what is this? And I need to have a little. I'll put like Damnation Drive-In, and I'll put it like at the Walmart bulletin board.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a piece of paper and have the YouTube site,
Hey,
so that people can
cool
check
idea.
it out. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the?
I think I'm getting some stickers and some of those stickers too. And I think I'm gonna put them on my megaphone. Some of them.
oh yeah, yeah. If I had a megaphone, I'll have them. I'll have them around here for sure. I've got a do not enjoy the show. I'm saving the cards for last because I got some good cards. They've got their trading cards of some of the characters from the soap opera from the past summer.
Ah.
And my computer out there's going nuts. Another Baldy, another Sam, another drop. I got a bunch of stickers. Oh, look. And now, unveiling of the cards. Oh, okay. Oh, this is just way too cool. All right, are you ready? David Rydell, aka Santa. Convoy Colt Santa is the name of that card. And here's the
you got some cards.
huh?
You got cards?
I got cards, yeah.
Yes.
Convoy Colt Santa and Convoy Colt Santa 2. So I've got Convoy Colt Santa A and Convoy Colt Santa B and Stormtrooper. Oh, thank you, Sam and Baldy. Yay, thank you. I'm these things are going to be all over the place.
It'll probably be worth billions.
They just might someday. Their show, okay, my show's like down here, okay, and their show's up here, but we talk about a lot of the same things. They cover the insurrectionist movement really well. I mean, they've got and if you are, if you do, I would recommend watching their show, even though you won't know, just because they do a segment called calls from the public. Okay. and listeners call in and it's like a 8 or 10 minute part of the program, and some incredibly creative people calling in. Yes, I called in. Incredibly. I'm not one of them, but there are a bunch of. I called in as Stormtrooper, the guy we just saw. I called in as him and Steve. I called earlier tonight. You don't know who Screaming Steve is. Lori, would you like to tell Melvis who Screaming Steve is?
Oh my Lord. He's a tall hippie guy. Okay. Older gentleman that's really tall, skinny, and he's kind of like a hippie, but he screams nonstop. He tells everybody they're pieces of shit. He sits on the you're a piece of shit.
Oh.
And he waves an American flag.
Yeah.
And
in a megaphone.
He's the best. And a mega, yo, he scream. Not only does he scream, he screams through a megaphone.
Oh.
And
We went to the last Trump rally and literally went and trolled the Trump people at the Trump rally. Like I say trolled as in he schooled them. He yelled at them about what pieces of shit they were, how they should not be false idols, and he actually got mad at a preacher, and there was a preacher who was also there to preach at the Trump people, and him and the preacher both got into it screaming at each other. You can't make this shit up.
it's yeah, you can't. And it became addicting. It was like 24 hours a day, literally 24 hours a day, something was going on one of these channels. And there were a lot of different channels, and Lori's one of the stars. She was Lori was on the convoy when the convoy started. Lori was part of 1776 for like a tiny bit, and then Lori was one of the 4 primary. Because there were a lot of different protesters, but the people that were out there every single day and night, Lori's one of those.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Cool.
She's
I'm
one
a
of the
recovering
stars.
combine. I'm a recovering combine.
Yeah, she didn't make it. She was a convict. She didn't make it to Chud status.
Oh.
She got out before
Chud.
the Chud. You remember Chud, the horror movie from like 1970?
Oh, geez. I don't know if I got that low or not.
All right. Well,
It
it
was
was
one of those B movies.
Yeah, it was a B movie, and it was about people coming up from the underground, people coming up and eating the above ground people, and the underground people were.
Those are the best.
They're the Chuds. Yeah.
The Chuds.
The Chuds. So
sounds like a singing group.
Yeah, so everybody associated with that movement became Chuds of some, Chud Trooper and Chud Santa, and so Lori got out while the getting was good. She took her $1 million that she made and and
I'm
and that, of
rolling
course,
in it over here. I sleep in it every night.
That's a joke, by the way, so everybody knows that's a joke. Oh, and have I showed you the I forget what the Patriot Front? Have I showed you the Patriot Front? They're guys that it's like a modern day Klan almost. They all mask up and they all wear the same outfits and march together. Well, they were all in Washington, D.C. over Mother's Day weekend. And one dude on a bicycle, Joe Flood's his name, and I don't know him personally, or I just know him by reputation. The dude rides out to where they're at, he finds them and stands there and yells at them all by himself. And he became a cult hero. He was on Rachel Maddow. He's all over the internet, and good on him, So I'll tell you what we'll do. We're kind of way off course. Yeah.
Doofus, did you see that Steve was actually down at Freedom Corner at like 9:30 this morning?
There you are. Somebody messaged me that he was down there like occupying. See, they've been at one side they've been on this one corner for long. Okay. And the counter protesters came and got there early yesterday and made them not have their corner. So this guy goes down at 9:00 this morning for 7 or 8 protest starts at 7 or 8. He goes down at 9:00 to make sure they get their spot. That's how.
What's really ironic about that, is that so the people who did the corner yesterday and took it, and then of course they weren't coming back tonight. We all knew that. They literally stopped Steve from screaming at people in DC all day. He had to sit at that corner. So good on them. I want to give them an applause.
That's a good point.
Winning.
That's a good point. By being on that corner, he wasn't out on the mall yelling at people.
And they're going to have them there.
Oh, you can hear the voice. His voice echoes off the buildings. You know,
Wow.
I mean,
Steve.
Oh, yes. 24/7, they're going to have to be pulling people who are normally harassing people all over the DC and stuff. They're going to be pulling them away to sit on that stupid corner. So
Go
that
sit on your
nobody
corner and. Okay, this is a public service warning. Most Nazis don't wear swastikas. Familiarize yourself with these symbols and keep your eyes open. Now, I don't think you've seen this, Melvis. This was Columbus, Ohio, back the last weekend of April, and these are actually. Did I show you this?
Or is it Cleveland?
No, this time it's in Columbus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Columbus Nazis.
Columbus Nazis. Illinois Nazis.
Yeah.
What's that make you think of?
The Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brothers.
I hate Illinois.
I
Nazis.
hate Illinois. I should have had that queued up. Actually, I probably will. And this guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So that's, that's one thing. Here, we'll just run backwards. This electronic traffic sign in Orlando altered to show a threatening message. It basically says all gays must die. I don't know how you reprogram those things, but
wow.
Yeah, pretty intense. News is out. Eric Prince is indicted, not for the January 6th, but for weapons trafficking to Libya. He's in Austria, and Prince used an Austrian company to refit crop dusters into fighters, and he'll be extradited.
A crop duster playing into a fighter.
Yeah. Hey.
Who's he fighting?
The Red Baron and Snoopy.
Yeah.
Do you remember those songs?
Oh yeah.
Snoopy and the Red Baron.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to show this real quick, and then I think we'll get on with the tornado stuff. This we'll just play it. This is what's going on inside Russia. Yeah. You still speak Russian?
Друзья, меня зовут Денис, я командир русского добровольческого корпуса. За минувший год на территории Российской Федерации сформировалось полноценное вооруженное подполье, которое ждет нашей команды для того, чтобы начать вооруженную борьбу против путинского режима и его кровавых палачей. Этот день настанет совсем скоро. Наши парни готовы им. Следите за новостями, а пока передаем слово бойцам РДК в российской глубинке.
So there's basically this underground army called the Russian Volunteer Corps that are getting ready to
take on Putin. Good luck.
Let me run through this and see if there's anything we really need to hit on. Here, I'll just read the headlines. Feinstein suffered more complications from illness than was publicly disclosed. What do you think about that? She's 89 years old, and
who is she?
Dianne Feinstein. She's a senator from California.
She's 89.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's wrong with her?
Well, she had shingles, and it went to her neck and her head. Ooh. And then she got encephalitis after having shingles.
Jeez.
And
talking about getting kicked while you're down.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be a public servant, and are you serving the public by not being there?
Yeah.
And I mean, how much? Yeah, right. How and I'd say that it's.
I mean, yeah, it's time to get out.
You'd think. A humiliated Putin could turn to nukes after his missiles were shot down over Kyiv. They've got American Patriot batteries over there now. Missile defense systems, our missile defense system.
Oh, in Ukraine?
Yeah. And they've been shooting down Putin's missiles. And yeah, he ain't happy. Vladimir Putin bans Kremlin officials from resigning with the threat of hitting them with trumped up criminal charges.
It's a great name for the criminal charges. The
trumped up.
Once again, he's connected somehow.
Yeah. And the next story is why former Trump White House lawyer thinks Trump will go to jail. Any idea what this guy's name is? This lawyer?
I have no idea.
Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb?
Yeah. That's Ty Cobb. Hiding behind the AI apocalypse. What do you think about AI, artificial intelligence?
Scary. I've seen too many movies about it, and it's all coming true. I mean,
demonstrates human-like thinking, and even its creators are worried, and that comes from
yeah. Hell, it's got to be true.
All right, so we'll get back, and I hope we'll get back here. There we go. Oh, Lori dropped out. I was wondering why she wasn't saying anything. I'm like, God, we must have bored Lori to death. She's not jumping in here at all.
Oh,
I noticed you kicked me off when you started talking about Feinstein and all the really fun stuff.
What do you no, hop in there. What do you think?
No, I wanted to talk Patriot Front. I want to say something about Patriot Front.
Okay, please.
I don't know anybody from the conservative side that doesn't think, this is just me, I don't personally, I've never heard anybody that doesn't think that Patriot Front is not a bunch of feds. So like, it's like I've never heard of anybody that supports Patriot Front. Let me put it that way. It's like everybody thinks they're a bunch of feds that are walking around. That's all I ever hear from every side.
Man, but you got Proud Boys saying something. I'd heed warnings on it. For real.
When the Proud Boys don't want the around, that should make a statement, in other words.
When they actually, I've heard them at protests calling them out for being feds. I've heard it at protests. I've seen it. Nobody likes, everybody on that I've heard from the conservative side seems to think that they're all feds.
Okay.
For what it's worth.
Everybody on the liberal side thinks they're probably Nazis.
There could be some of them in there too. There could be some.
There could be. We've seen the Nazis. I mean, like, come on, people that straight out say, "Hey, I'm a Nazi." Hello, but
yeah,
they're proud of it.
Yeah, they're proud of it. There's,
Wow.
But yeah, I wanted to say that about the Patriot Front because I just want people to know that a lot of the people on the right do not, the ones that I've talked to, do not trust them at all. They all I've heard them at protests sit and scream at them about being feds. So.
Okay. Let's see what the chat is saying. Jeff was defending Patriot Front. Haven't heard much from the Threepers lately, and they just gone now. I'm not sure about the 3%ers. I imagine they're just quiet. I don't imagine they're. Sorry, I got a text from a family member. It's nothing major. I'm reading Guy Bassett's message here. I'll just pop it up real quick in case anybody. Oh, there it is. Anybody want to watch stuff about Ukraine war? Best war channel out there. It's called Enforcer. So interesting. They show clips that the actual soldiers take. Yeah, I kind of got in some trouble for doing that. But the Enforcer is a good war channel. Okay, thanks, Guy. That old computer is going to crap out. I'm not on the old computer. I'm on the new one. And Lori's not on a computer. She's on her cell phone. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully nothing craps out. All right. You guys went out and chased tornadoes the other day, right?
Yes.
A week ago or so.
Yes.
What'd
So I want to show you something. Can I show you something real quick?
It depends. Are you going to get me banned or?
Oh, I hope not. Then I'm not going to show it, just in case. But I'm looking at a picture from the Cape Fear Proud Boys.
Oh.
That are showing FBI Patriot Front with it's like a meme thing that they put on them.
Oh, you can show that. You can show that.
Can I? No. All right. I guess
we do. Yeah, we don't want to dox anybody.
No, nobody's being doxxed.
All right.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah.
You guys got an FBI shirt on. I can see that.
Yeah, it says somebody tell Patriot Front to get back in uniform. So they're calling them out constantly. The people on the right do not trust Patriot Front at all. Most of them that I know, anyway.
We're getting to where who's going to trust who? You know, how are we going to know who to trust? And we're getting so daggone divided that,
Well,
what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I've already heard that they're already saying that the 24 election is going to be rigged. You really did.
I know. And they said because of artificial intelligence, it's going to be real easy to rig elections, and and I mean, I've already seen
mock elections.
Well, no, people that everything's going to get blamed on AI. All right, if somebody says something somebody doesn't want to hear, oh well, they didn't say it; it was AI. And it's going to get so good, probably way too fast, to where we're not going to be able to tell who said what.
Yeah.
And that just means they're going to shut us all up because we're all going to be afraid to talk.
I called it back in right before 2020 election. I had a lot of people that were coming up and talking to me when I protest, and I had a Biden supporter and a Trump supporter both standing there, and it was a little tense at first. They started kind of back and forth a little, and they were talking, and they asked me what I thought was going to happen with the election, and I said, I really don't know, but it doesn't matter who wins or who loses. Whoever loses is going to claim that there was the other side did something fraudulent. That was my belief. And that's where we're at. We don't trust each other. Nobody trusts anybody.
Trump was saying back in October before the election that if I lose, it's rigged. If I lose, it's rigged. And that's because his pollsters were telling him, you're going to lose, And so.
Yeah. Without getting into all that, I'm just trying to say that it's like we don't trust each other.
Oh, I know.
And we certainly don't trust our government.
That's one thing that a whole bunch of us agree on, no matter if you're, if you want Social Security and Medicare and whatever, and if you want, less taxes for the rich and whatever, whatever the issues are, everybody's like, man, this government, it's all set up to be not in our favor most of the time. Yeah. It's set up for
the 1%,
the elite, the 1%. And
it's not fair.
That's why we got the fish party. That's why we're putting an alternative out there.
Remember when we were doofus, when I was over there and we were talking about the flags and how you kind of like start identifying I know that. Okay. And it depends on which side you're on too, right? Like, okay, that could be the safe house, and this one's the one that if things go down, you're afraid of that side. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's how bad it has gotten sometimes that people get that afraid of each other that we think of each other that way.
And you're going to start coming on here every Thursday night from now on, so that we can keep a right-left dialogue going, right?
Mm-hmm.
From now on, it's going to be Thursdays with Lori Arnold. That's a major announcement. That's breaking news.
He said, she said.
Yeah, because we might, and we've talked to you about this. We might take a trip on Route 66.
I go to KC Prop.
And we couldn't have guns because, we could get in an argument and she would shoot me. I'm pretty sure. Look at that face.
Yeah. There's no way
Never.
that innocent little.
No way that innocent little Texas
she
tornado.
She would never do that.
Oh,
I would not.
No, but she's got multiple restraining orders against her, so she's got to be dangerous.
I was just talking about that today.
That's an inside joke.
I was just talking about that today. Now think about this for real now. When we hear about somebody does something and they're always like, and they bring up their criminal record. Okay.
Yeah.
If you looked at my criminal record, you could twist that into I am a very scary person that has multiple restraining orders against her. Can you imagine the spin on that?
Oh.
No, but she really is in person. She's really scary.
I'm not.
She's an angel. She's an angel.
Yeah, I'm an angel.
All right. So the tornado. Let's get into the tornadoes. You want tornado first or train wreck first?
Tornado.
Okay. All right. You started chasing tornadoes the other day. Did you just see if we can find a tornado, or how did it happen?
No, where I'm staying here, there is it's like a little tornado alley or something. There's a lot of storms that come through here.
Right.
And there was there's been hail here twice, and like we've had a lot of storms come through that have had like some kind of either a tornado watch or warning or whatever. So it seems like since I've been here, there's just been a lot of activity, and Echo actually likes to watch, some of the, he knows a little bit more than I do about the clouds and he, just from having to watch for weather.
Right.
So we're both kind of interested in it. It's kind of fun. We got caught in one day and about got blown away. So that was kind of fun. And so we just been doing that. There's been a lot of different storms. I just live streamed storms because they're so pretty.
Yeah, you've had some great shots of the sky and of storms moving in. All right, Melvis, what tornado story do you want to tell?
Oh, the 74.
The 74 one?
April 3rd.
Okay, let's go to the
1974.
I was 3 years old.
Okay.
I was 18.
I wasn't even born.
Okay, on this date in Henry County history, April 3rd, 1974, a tornado swept through Kennard, often pronounced Kennard.
Yeah.
For those that don't know.
Yeah. Not in the know.
But it was actually Kennard. And the big news was it destroyed the 100-year old elementary school. And I thought I had pictures of it, but hold on. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's go to here. All right. Here's some pictures of the of that tornado. And it was the 1974 super outbreak. Okay, you were in Kennard.
Well,
you lived in Kennard.
Yeah.
And Kennard pretty much isn't there anymore, right?
The whole north end got blowed out.
Yeah. So where were you?
I was at my grandmother's funeral. It was a great day. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I was. We was in Wilkinson.
Okay, so you weren't. So you just happened to not be in Kennard.
You know, we got hit with all the hail and all that. And everybody was talking. Oh, there's something going on out here, around here somewhere.
Yeah.
And then as we were driving back to Kennard, we noticed all the telephone poles was leaning about 45 degrees. And
that ain't right.
And then we looked up towards Kennard there, and the grain elevator was laying across the road.
Whoa.
And it looked like a couple of tin cans that somebody just
squashed.
Yeah. And my car was in it.
Your car was in it?
Yeah. Had a semi trailer laying on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was in school when it hit. Let me see if I can get back up. I think that's all the pictures we got. I was in school when it hit. It ripped the roof off of gymnasium and took it down and deposited it in the football field.
Or Tri-High.
Yeah. Yeah. And
you getting ready for the hail there?
Yes. You're muted.
There we go. I am. You guys are talking about hail.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how silly I thought it was. I thought when Echo first told me you need, hold on a second. When Echo first told me that we needed hail helmets here, I started laughing, right? And he pulls these things out, and I'm still laughing because I think he's joking. And he's not joking.
No.
And all I can think of is Cookie and that goofy, stupid helmet that he wears. I refused. I just didn't want to look stupid. And so I just want to wear it. And so, like, we went on our trip. Of course, we went to Austin. And it started hailing on us. And we really, there was something forming above us. And you want to know where my hail helmet was? In the trunk. I always think I don't need it.
Yeah. Yep. It's always when it happens.
I am cuter than Cookie, though. I will say that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You're cuter than Cookie. You look like a roller derby.
Yeah. Yeah. Roller derby.
Derby.
Some of those roller derby girls were sexy.
Oh yeah.
Bam.
Yes, they were badasses. I mean, is that like championship wrestling where you know who's going to win? And
probably, but that had to hurt.
Oh yeah, well, the championship wrestlers get hurt, you know.
Oh yeah, but the floor gives for them.
Yeah.
I don't know about the track that they're.
Don't bust my bubble.
But, I'm sorry.
No.
Bring it back on though.
Yeah.
Better than watching bowling.
Do you remember a movie called Rollerball? Combination
roller derby,
and they had a motorcycle and this steel ball shot out. And futuristic movie.
Yeah, James Caan.
Yeah.
It was a good movie, and then they made a remake of it.
They did. I didn't see the remake.
Neither did I.
All right. Okay. The rumbling, the noise when that tornado came directly over where I was. A good friend of mine and I were in the laundry room because instead of sitting in study hall, we took laundry duty. So we washed all the towels and put them in the dryer and then went and shot basketball, you know. And when the alarm sounded and they come, you know, on the PA system, you know, there's a tornado coming directly towards the school and, you know, we've drilled you for this, but nobody remembers what we're supposed to do.
Cover up your head and get under the desk.
Yeah, well, that's what we did. We got under this big table in the laundry room, and it just ripped everything right. And it was, I thought we were going to die.
Oh, yeah.
I really did. I was scared.
Makes you feel about this big.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they're scary. I used to love.
And I'm fascinated by them.
I still love thunderstorms, but when the wind really kicks up at night, it's like, ugh.
I'm fascinated by them.
They are fascinating, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Until they get a little too intense, and then they do start to get scary. But
yeah, when they're right on you in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
that would be.
Do you guys watch Reed Timmer?
Oh yes, of course. And I show Reed on here. As a matter of fact, hang on. Oh, I kicked us off. Dang it.
He's the one with that car, isn't he? That he made.
Yeah, he's got the Dominator. But here's Reed now. So yeah, we do watch him.
Yeah, and, he went through a tornado, didn't he, with that thing?
Yeah, with the Dominator. He's in a passenger car. He's just in a regular car right now. Oh. And they drove through 1/4-inch size hail, and his windshield's about to collapse, but they're still out there chasing. Yeah, so yes, we do watch Reed. I want to get back here. This is from the Weather Channel. We're not going to show the whole thing, but when weather changed history. And this is about, we'll show just a little bit of it. It's about the 1974 outbreak, the one we're talking about, the one Mel and I both went through in different locations here in Indiana. And there were, 145, I think, tornadoes that day.
Yeah. Something ridiculous.
Yeah, and massive.
Yeah,
look at that.
Broke into like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it'll show that. I don't know why. Why do I not have volume? Oh, hang on.
Is a super outbreak that is unlike anything ever recorded. One that triggered a weather forecasting revolution.
The super outbreak is the #1 event, have an impact on the way we operate today.
On this episode of When Weather Changed History, the shocking weather catastrophe known as the super outbreak. And how this monumental disaster gave rise to groundbreaking discoveries and new technologies to better foresee and track killer storms.
Yeah, so
the difference in technology between today and then is just ours.
The difference in radar is amazing.
Even better than Granny's.
An F5 tornado. Perhaps the most vicious weather phenomenon.
I trusted Granny for the rheumatism medicine. Outside of that, I don't know about POTUS and all those kind of things.
Destroy lives in seconds.
An F4 or F5 storm literally wipes homes clean off their foundation. Remains is anything that's below ground.
Should you find yourself in the path of it, the National Weather Service's recommendation is clear. Get underground.
Under no circumstances should they try and outrun a tornado.
The National Weather Service has 122 offices around the country, scanning the atmosphere for severe weather 24 hours a day. One tool, more than any other, powers their forecasting. Advanced Doppler. It enables forecasters to see inside a storm and detect its potential for violence.
You can actually see winds within these thunderstorms, and that's what is so critical in order to be able to tell for tornadoes forming within the storms.
Computerized communications and a cross-country network of weather radio stations allow faster warnings than ever before.
We get the warning out literally within seconds of when we hit the enter button on our computers.
The results are definitive. Fewer Americans lose their lives in tornadoes than in years past. These advances are the legacy of April 3rd, 1974, a pivotal day in American weather history. Beginning on that day, 148 separate tornadoes, including 6 devastating F5s, would rip across the country, killing more than 300 people and injuring thousands in just 24 hours.
And we didn't have, you know, the police called our school and said there's a tornado on the way. Okay, Lori, are you there?
I'm here. That was scary stuff.
I wanted to show you this, the Twist X Memorial. And this is why I want you guys being really careful chasing storms. This is the car of Tim Samaras, and Tim had over 20 years storm chasing, laying probes in front of tornadoes, things like that. He and his son and Carl, his right-hand man, all 3 got killed. Wow. Carl Young, and there's a memorial out there. It was the El Reno, Oklahoma Twister, May 31st of 2014. So that's what the vehicle looks like when you're not in. Reed Timmer goes out there in a armor reinforced, almost like a tank, and just be careful. Anybody that gets anywhere near a tornado, because this kind of stuff can happen.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we try not to get too close. We try to stay out and just kind of watch it from afar, because I don't want to be in a tornado.
Yeah, and you can't get too close because they can change track, and you know.
Yeah, they can turn on a dime
and
bounce over one house and not touch it and wipe out 4 or 5
exactly.
on the other side.
So, how many other tornadoes have you seen or been in?
Oh, I haven't been in any other ones. That's the only one that affected me, you know.
Okay, you were talking about living on Apple Street.
Oh yeah, I saw from miles away.
Yeah. And how
it looked like fingers.
Yeah, they had multiple vortexes, and one would touch down,
and it'd go back up, and another one would come down and go back up. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was like fingers.
Yeah,
they're crazy, scary things.
I can't. I've got to go out and try to video. I can't help it.
Yeah,
you know, I think because, and just like in the Twister movie, you know, because I got so close to, you know, I thought I was going to die, and I didn't, and now I want to understand what these things, you know, and just.
Oh, I'm sure it's
the
adrenaline rush.
The awe, you know,
Yeah, like what the hell do I do?
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? You know, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Get somewhere safe and pray.
I don't remember ever being like in a tornado. I've been in some really windy weather, but I've never been in a tornado. But growing up, now I'm in my early 50s. So growing up, I can remember us having the drills where you have to go in the gym, and you got to go under, and you got to put the book on your head, the biggest book you had on your head and stuff for the drills in case there was a tornado, or I'm sure it was a bomb thing too, you know, back in the Cold War days. But, you know, I mean, like that's the stuff that we learned. And I still have it in my head that I don't want to live somewhere that doesn't have a basement or a place I can go to if there's a tornado. I want a safe place to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Did I don't remember telling us to put a book on our head.
No, me either.
They must not have cared about us as much as
I probably didn't even look at the book. I guess it would work good for a helmet.
Yeah, you cover your head.
You were tougher than us, doofus. That's all. You guys were just tougher than us back then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to walk.
You didn't need no damn books.
To school.
Had to walk 3 blocks to school, and it was downhill both ways.
Yeah.
Just Joan. Tornadoes are unpredictable. Just Joan watches Reed as well, and we occasionally cross paths in Reed Timmer's streams. You don't want to cross streams, of course. We know that from
Nixon.
From Nixon. We'll say Ghostbusters.
Oh,
but all right. Let's get the crap. Let's get the train part. On the evening of Friday, February 3rd, 2023, 38 of 149 cars of a Norfolk Southern Railway freight train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. Explosions.
On the evening of Friday, February 3rd, 2023, 38 of 149 cars of a Norfolk Southern Railway freight train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. 5 of the derailed cars were carrying vinyl chloride, a hazardous material that built up pressure in the resulting fires, eventually leading Norfolk Southern to vent and burn it in a bid to prevent an explosion. The ensuing fireball and cloud brought the normally unseen process of hazardous cargo transportation into a single chilling view, and the event became a lightning rod of controversy over rail industry regulations, federal involvement in chemical spills, and much more. I don't know about you.
So what do you think?
I didn't think they happened very often back then, but it seems like now it's like every other day. And it's always the ones that
the chemicals.
The chemicals, yeah. And it's
well, we got members of this little community that are near that area. One in particular, Lisa Hurley, and while it didn't really impact us over here, other than they brought all the contaminated dirt to Indiana to dispose of.
Thank you.
And they took all the contaminated water to Texas, where Lori's at.
Yeah. I was going to crow about how I was so far away, but no, they brought it to me. Thank you. It's a 76 conspiracy, I tell you.
We got it. Hold on a second here. All right. No, we don't want to do that. We want to keep us little. There we go. Okay.
Oh,
there we go. I'm producing along the way because I need a producer. You know, I need a producer, a director, a writer. Obviously, I need a co-host. Lori's going to come on every Thursday. But we muddle through. You know, we muddle through. Okay. So, I'm not sure what exactly they have long-term projections are as to when things are going to be 100% safe over there in East Palestine. But what I want to point out is a train wreck in Dunreath, Indiana, and was this was that particular accident. We don't have video footage of it, but it was a major catastrophe, and it impacted both Mel and myself different ways. And I'll start since mine was first. I live about 3 miles from Dunreath. Back then, I lived about 3 miles from Dunreath, Indiana. We were, is it awakened?
Awakened.
No. We were. Okay.
I know what you did.
Oh, the explosion woke us up.
Yeah.
the explosion woke us up, and it wasn't long until the county sheriffs were coming through the town telling everybody to evacuate because of this poisonous cloud from the explosion. What happened was there were two tracks, a train going this way and a train going, and they were the trains vibrate as they go, and these were vibrating too much, and they hit and exploded, and we had to leave town. I grabbed my puppy dog and some toy cars and fish in a bowl, and we evacuated. And we're gone for days, a couple of days at least. It seemed like forever when you're a little kid, you know.
Oh yeah.
And eventually come back and everything was fine. Well, about probably 15 years after that, I was with a guy that we got a contract to put the tombstones back up in the cemetery to try to find, try to rebuild the cemetery. And that's how I spent one summer in college, was trying to rebuild the cemetery with Keith Buck and Eric Albertson.
Oh,
Boat. Yeah. Old Boat and Keith Buck. And we took a lot of, it was a respectful thing. It was, there's something.
That's really cool, Doofus. Thank you for doing that. That's a really cool thing.
I just bringing my part of the story full circle. Mel, how did that train wreck impact you when you moved to Dunreath, 20 years later?
Yeah, it killed all my dogs. They all was getting cancer, and they took them to the vet. Asked me where I lived, and I said Dunreath, and he said, "Better get a county agent out there to check the soil, because if your dog's outside, the first thing they do, their nose hits the ground, they're sniffing."
Contaminant.
Yeah, contaminants up in their nose, and it killed all of them. It was 15, 20 years later.
Yeah, that was 15 to 20 years later. But they didn't take the ground from the site. But this wasn't at the site. This was 5 or 6 blocks away from the site. So they would have had to taken the ground of the whole, because it killed Buck Creek too.
Yeah.
There used to be some good fishing in Buck Creek and mushroom hunting, and it got to where, it was just, I think it's finally starting to come back. But what's that been? 60 years?
Yeah.
Not 60.
No.
50 anyway. 69. So quick math, 54. So the, when you're near something like that happens, how can you trust the government to say everything's going to be fine in 6 months?
It's just, and it's a coincidence that it just kept happening. Here just recently.
Oh yeah, there have been a bunch, but this was horrific. This is gonna impact
long-term effects.
And so, what's going on with their trains?
Well, there's going to be some kind of effects anyway. If there was a train, whenever there's a train wreck or there's some kind of disaster where you have chemicals, to me, what I kind of see though is that lack of leadership, either with the company or with the government, and people are not, I don't know if it's money or what their reasoning is, but they want to cover this stuff up instead of just, doing what needs to be done. I don't know if it's too expensive or what it is, that they don't want to actually take care of it. They try to just half-ass it, and you can't, because now you're going to have things like that. More contamination. It's going to spread, and it's going to affect people for many years to come.
Gets
and
in
the
water.
environment.
Yeah, You know, it's horrible. They let the infrastructure go for too long. You know, the dams are starting to leak, and all they can worry about is who they're going to impeach, and you know,
witch hunts going on all sides,
and it's all
not
fake
that
news.
Not that you know.
That was real news, though. They even hung the blimp up.
Yes. We didn't. I'm glad you mentioned that. The 1969 wreck that we're talking about that impacted the two of us. It was so big that they brought the Goodyear blimp out to cover what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, and what happened?
Well, the wind was really bad, and it got tangled up in power lines. It was out along Highway 40 for
The Goodyear blimp crashed
week
in
or
Dunreath,
two.
Indiana. For real. Yeah. I don't know if it's on Google or not, but it should be.
Probably.
I'm sorry
I bet
to
it's
laugh.
in it.
I'm sorry to laugh, but it's just like
Yeah, they have these ropes that come off the blimp that people grab a hold of to mooring ropes, or I think is what they're called, to tie it down when it's coming to land. And those ropes got caught in telephone wires that were at a bad angle because they were so close to the blast, and it caught the blimp up and it just flipped it over and bang. Yeah. My Uncle Kenny was out there from the Knightstown Fire Department. Huh?
All for a news story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were out there getting Yeah, that's what they were hired to take aerial
you'd have a bunch
photos.
of live streamers doing some stupid shit like that too.
Actually, one of your relatives, which one of your relatives was a Knightstown cop back then? Which Glenn Cupp.
Yeah.
Glenn Cupp was the first person on scene with the explosion.
What a guy.
Well, he got so close it burnt his coat off his back. Because it was in January, and he had that, one of those, you remember the cop coats with the blue fake fur.
Yeah.
And it burnt the back off of his coat.
And the hat that looked like the Russians.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fur on both sides and in the front.
Yeah. With a little badge up there.
It looked more like Cousin Eddie.
Shitter's full.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You know how easy it is to do, though, don't you, Doofus? You've been out like videoing something, and you get into it, and you kind of forget where you're at, like you're.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I do it that's why I really like to have somebody else with me, watching my back, because I get so into trying to get the shots, trying to tell the story, that I don't look where I'm even walking at times. I'm serious.
Yes.
Kay. Oh, hang on.
Doing.
There's Kay.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Didn't mean to do that.
It's quite all right.
Every time we went out, she's like grabbing my shirt, pulling me back or directing me, hey, you're missing this over here because you're so focused on what's going on.
Yeah.
So I like having, I don't want to go out by myself, not because I'm afraid, but because I get so involved in filming, and I know what Lori's talking about, and I've seen Lori do it when she's been out live, protesting and counter protesting.
Get the hell back.
Oh, I was yelling at you one night. And then I was yelling at both you and Telly one night to not go back to that Waffle House. Don't go back to that Waffle House. Poor Mel. Mel doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
sorry, man. That's all right. Oh, all right. Well, we've been going for almost an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
I'm having fun.
Okay. All right. Do you do any impressions? We got about 9 minutes left. Do you do any impressions?
Oh, I wish I had the hat. If I had just imagine I had the big red hat. I do try to do an impression of one. Let me see if I can do it or not. Ooh, we're gonna have us a food nanny. Ooh, yeah. Come on down. Have us a food nanny. You kids. We got lots of food and pedophiles.
I have no idea who is that.
Mona.
Oh, Mona's one of the
red hats.
incendiary characters. All right.
I did
Mel?
a good Santa too. I did a good Santa once.
Let's stay away from that.
Yeah, I gotta stay away from it, but I did a good one.
Let's stay away from that. Can you do Augie Doggy still?
Oh, I don't know.
Have
Augie Doggy, you mean Droopy?
Oh, Droopy, yeah. Can you do Droopy still?
I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, you can. You just did.
Hello there. Oh, no, that's kind of Mr. Burns.
You do a lot of Simpson characters.
Yeah, not very good.
Oh, come on. You do them great.
Hank Hill.
Can you do Hank?
Oh, yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
That was cool. Do it again.
Damn it, Bobby. If you wasn't my son, I'd hug you.
What do you do for a living, Hank?
I sell propane and propane accessories.
What about Smithers? Can you do Smithers from Simpsons?
He's one of your droids from Sector 7, sir.
Oh.
Yeah. What was the one where he says he didn't like dogs that come up? You know, he said, how would you like it if I came up and sniffed at your crotch? Yeah, if you did it, sir.
What movie is this from, Doofus?
No, it's from The Simpsons.
Oh, okay.
He was doing Montgomery Burns and Smithers.
Gotcha.
Homer, go do Homer.
Oh, I can't do Homer.
You do Marge.
Oh, homie.
She's frozen.
No.
No. Oh, there she goes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet. Do it again.
Mo.
Okay.
Mo's Tavern. Hey, I'm Mo's Tavern, home of the world's smallest big screen TV.
Tornado hit Nobel, Oklahoma.
Hey, Homer.
And of course, next time we might just do a whole show as Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. That'll take rehearsal.
Blind Baby.
Yeah. Spell now.
N.
No, M.
Oh.
No, what are you doing, man? It's A.
I'm spelling now.
No.
Hey, Melvis, we could use it. We could use a driver on our Route 66 trip.
Mm-hmm. Boy, you guys don't know how I drive after a while.
After We're in Indiana a while.
Yeah. You've got to be careful.
All right. Lori, we will see you next Thursday night, if not before.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice to see you again, Melvis.
You too.
The sex episode, the sex episode got taken down. We got a strike from the kid that ate he ate a Carolina Reaper pepper, and
why the hell would anybody do that on purpose?
To get views.
Those things will kill you.
They will. Lori disappeared. So thank you, Lori, for being on here.
Good
thank
to see you.
We did a sex episode. We did an episode about sex. Okay. And so it got taken down. So we're going to have to redo that. And we'll probably redo that Monday night with, I don't know if Lori will be back with us, but Cunning Stunt and GA from CA will be with us Monday night.
What was the first one?
Cunning Stunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd show you a picture, but.
Like a cunning runt.
Or you change the letters around and stunning.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. I accidentally got dyslexic one night and said it wrong. And I didn't even realize it until everybody started screaming at me.
Smacked your pee-pee?
Nobody smacked my pee-pee. No. No, they did. They wanted to bounce my pickle.
Oh.
That was in an episode once.
Whoa.
But yeah. Oh.
Pickle?
And it was one of the segments was DIY sex toys. Do it yourself DIY sex toys.
I hope it. Well,
what? What were you going to say?
Well, I hope if they're going to do it themselves, they have a toy.
No, it was creating. It was creating your own sex toys.
Creating your own.
Yeah, using primarily shipping materials, bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Because I made labels.
That was your shipping in the shipping department. I did labels.
That would hurt.
Yeah. The peanuts, the little peanut things, and you can take the box and cut a hole in it, and have what they call a glory hole. I'm not sure what that's about, but but anyway, and bananas.
Banana. I love bananas.
So, yeah, we will probably replay that, but the other, we'll do some other segments because it was like, should you have sex over 50 and how sex over 60 and the lady over 60 was. She was like, no. Oh, yeah. She's like, the guys I've been with. So we'll have a couple of different segments to reference Monday night, but we will replay the DIY sex thing. So if you want to watch Monday night, I'll send you a text and remind you to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Okay. And that's what everybody to do. So
cool.
Hot Mess Summer's in here. Sassy Pants, Just Joan. Breeway, or hit the MF and freeway. I hope I'm still having sex at 60. I hope you are too, Summer, because it's I'm good with it. Yeah. Y'all. Oh, y'all. All right. We were at the 1 hour and 30 minute mark, right on the button.
Oh.
So let's say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciated. I love y'all. It's a toxic world. Don't be toxic. Be a light. It's dark out there. It's going to get darker, and try to be a light. You know, things are getting crazy, Melvis.
I'm lightheaded.
I'm a little lightheaded too. It's about time to stop, and we'll go back out there and finish our discussions.
Cool.
All right. I love y'all. Until next time, I will be back on Saturday night. You're playing music Saturday night somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be back on Saturday night, and we'll be back Monday with Cunning Stunt and GA from CA. And until then, did you ever watch Soul Train?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Soul Train.
Peace,
Don
love.
Cornelius.
Yes. Peace, love, and soul. All right. Love you all. We'll see you next time. Thanks for clicking on.